Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome into News 10 Plus. I am Taylor Gattoni. A happy Thursday to you all. Joined by Nicole Buchmann with Studio 10.
Hi there. How's it going?
It's going great,
Yeah?
you know? I was just telling Nicole that Crystal is not here today, so we're solo doing the digital show.
Yeah, but it's fun. We can do it.
We can
Girl
do it.
power. We got
Girl
this.
power.
We got this. It's a great day, and it's been hard because I think sometimes in summertime we want to be outside, and obviously right now with the air quality, you can't really have a ton of fun outside, just for safety, of course. But today on Studio 10, we are going to. Sorry, one second. We are going to show you how you can have fun inside. So there's a wonderful thing called High Caliber. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I have heard. I still need to go.
Yes, over in the Meridian Mall. And it's really neat, too, because Rochelle will go there live. She'll be live all day long from there, or all day long, all show long, talking a little bit about the different activities you can do, because they have so much stuff. I don't know about you. I get overwhelmed really easily. And so it's like, okay, do I have time for this? Do I have time for this? And so she'll break that all down with what fun activities you can do, with the small group or a big group. And then also, too, since we have to always budget, it's always good to be financially aware. So they also have like free events and freebie activities. So she'll talk a little bit about that, because that's obviously very important to having that accessibility for anyone. So we'll dive into that and all that fun, and I'll be jealous because I'm back here at the studio, and Rochelle
instead of out playing around, yeah.
Yes, but that's okay. And then we also are going to talk a little bit about, have you ever heard of this little show called Friends?
Oh, I may have heard you say something called Pivot.
Yes, Pivot! Pivot! Yes. So over at the Great Lakes Crossings Mall over in Auburn Hills, they have
much fun.
Yes, they have the Friends Experience, and we got a sneak peek yesterday.
See, I'm jealous about that.
Yeah, it was so much fun. If you're a Friends fan, even if you're a casual one, this is pretty neat, because it not only takes you through those iconic spots, but it
like pivot.
Could I be wearing any more clothes? Different sets, Central Perk, the opening credits on the couch with the fountain. It's
good.
all there, and you can experience it all with your friends. So that's there. And so we kind of walked you through, but also told you a little bit about the behind the scenes of making of the show. So we'll dive into that today on the show. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that, because it technically opens up tomorrow, and it's only here until September.
I was going to say, these exhibits are only here for a limited amount of time. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, definitely tune in for Studio 10 for that. And then Claudia has a cute package about Lego robotics over at MSU. So we'll dive into that. And it's a little bit of everything.
I would say robotics is intense enough. You add in some Legos. I'm excited to see what that's all about.
Exactly. So, but yeah, and then of course you can always connect with us on our socials right there. And I think our From Your Feed question is still up and available. So please let us know and answer.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. We appreciate you for being here.
Yeah.
And yes, as Nicole mentioned, there are many ways that you can stay connected with Studio 10. You're looking at it right now. There's their website, Instagram, and email. If we head on over to YouTube right now, you can see that white button. If you hit subscribe at WILX Studio 10, you can stay up to date with all of their different content that they have on their shows. If you want to learn about the Lego robotics they'll have on today, Claudia's bringing you that story, and all of the other fun things happening. You can check out Studio 10 right there. But like me and, didn't want to push that button. There we go. Like Nicole and I were saying, it is another ugly day outside. This is the third air quality alert day for the state of Michigan. In fact, Detroit and Chicago were some of the worst air quality levels yesterday worldwide, which is impressive, but that's something you do not want to be impressed about, if you know what I'm saying. And so we were making sure that all of our reporters are rushing back here, not staying outside with the air quality level. But yes, the air quality level, not great today. In fact, the alert is extending into tomorrow, Friday. So really limit your time outdoors with the hazy skies, that wildfire smoke. It's not fog. There's a little bit, but really it's the smoke in the air that can impact those, not just with respiratory illnesses like asthma, but for everyone. So we're going to send it to Chief Meteorologist Darrin Rockcole, who's going to tell you when the smoke will clear, when we can expect some rain chances, thunderstorms over the weekend, and what your 4th of July weekend will look like.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Our air quality alert continues this afternoon for the entire area. You just take a peek outside, you can see that smoke in the air. It's unhealthy. We should see a little bit of improvement in the smoke late tonight going into the day tomorrow. So hopefully that turns out to be the case. Some of us were lucky enough to see a shower storm during the morning hours. Has not been a lot of activity since then, but it does not mean that we are done with the raindrops today. It's warm out there. It's humid. There's some increased instability in the air, and there could be a couple of showers and storms that kind of flare up on a hit or miss basis later on in the afternoon and into the early evening hours. Now we head through tonight. A few more showers and storms are possible. Not everybody sees them, but some of us will, which will be some good news. And this is going to be the trend not only today, but even into the early days of next week, where it is a little bit unstable and occasionally a shower or storm flares up in the warm and somewhat muggy air. Notice our computer model just showing kind of that hit or miss activity here through the very early morning hours of the day on Saturday. As far as severe weather is concerned today, we are in a marginal risk, a small chance that there could be a storm or two later this afternoon going into tonight that contains some hail or gusty winds. It's not a for certain thing, but something we'll be watching here at News 10. So our 7-day forecast, at least the small chance of a shower or storm each day through Monday. Otherwise, it's a mix of clouds and sun. Mid 80s today, upper 80s for highs Friday and Saturday. We are in the low 80s on Sunday. I think by the 4th of July, we should just have some sunshine. It's kind of humid and it's warm, a high of 88. High temperatures near 90 on Wednesday. Colton, I have an updated look at your forecast coming up on News 10 starting at 4.
Oh boy, well, as you just saw in there, thank you, Darrin. Rainstorms and chances from later today up until Monday. And then we bring in that sunshine and warmth just in time for 4th of July, which is pretty incredible. But yes, if you want to ever stay up to date with the weather patterns in our area, you can always download the First Alert Weather app. And so before I show you, actually, I'll show you right now. Here you go. First Alert Weather app. If you don't have it, you want to make sure that you download this. Great tool to have on your phone. In fact, this is one of probably my most used apps on my phone. Why? I wake up, I go to bed, I use it throughout the day. Yeah, it's one of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning. You know, it's not great to grab your phone in the morning, but hey, when you're checking the First Alert Weather app, you get all of the dates, or up-to-date information on all of the weather happening. In fact, this is where I will show you right now. So I woke up this morning, I took a look at my phone, I'm looking at it right now, and you'll see, well, you probably can't see from there, but right up here it says air quality alert, and that was the air quality alert I was telling you that extends into tomorrow. So it will last until 9:30 tomorrow night. We will make sure that we are staying up to date on the air quality alert, which is why having this on your phone is such a great tool to have, because if it changes between our newscasts, you're always able to go up on here. Our meteorologists will make sure that they continuously update in between newscasts. It's real people making sure that they get you real data in real time. So there you go. If you click on hourly and you go down, you can see that some of those rain chances, like Darrin was talking about, come in later this evening, starting around 6 o'clock. So again, great tool to have. I'll show it one more time. WILX Weather is what you'll look up on Google Play and the Apple App Store. It is free off of both of those app stores. So yeah, head on over there. Free to get. You can have it follow your location, and it's perfect for right before the 4th of July weekend, right? So there we go. And again, please limit your time outdoors today and tomorrow with the air quality alert. Tomorrow will be the 4th air quality alert day, and I believe that makes it about 7 days that we've had this since the beginning of this year. Right now, we're going to see what's coming up during our First at 4 90 minutes of news. Here we go, starting with Mid-Michigan Matters at First at 4. We're bringing in a volunteer from the Red Cross, and her name's Judy. So Judy will be talking to us about disaster relief, and she actually just returned from a deployment out to Mississippi where they had a tornado. So she'll be talking about how you as a volunteer, and if you're interested in becoming a volunteer, what you need to know, how you can help, the resources that are really critical during this time of disasters. And you know the summer months, they bring all sorts of weather patterns. So that'll be at first at 4. Coming up, News 10 at 5, we're taking a look at the student loans decision, and our very own News 10's Aaron Bowling will be on that story coming up News 10 at 5. So, of course, student loans, those get resuming here in a couple of months, and I know a lot of people waiting for that decision. So you'll want to tune in starting at 5 o'clock. News 10 at 5:30, right? 4th of July holiday weekend, right here about now. People are probably starting to leave today and tomorrow. Well, CATA holiday rides. If you rely on CATA for transportation, you will want to tune in at 5:30. The bus service says that it will have limited service on Independence Day. All other operations like fixed route, Spectran, and rural service will not be in service next Tuesday. So coming up News 10 at 5:30, you can learn how to kind of get around, trying to figure out who and where will give you a ride, because again, CATA will not have that, and some other operations won't have their services running on Independence Day either. Coming up News 10 at 6, we have the Supreme Court's decision, affirmative action for colleges and universities, and how they across the country will no longer be able to use race as a factor when deciding whether to admit people or not. So that ruling came down from the Supreme Court this morning. We will have more coming up on News 10 at 6, and we have a reporter talking with Michigan State University to get their reaction to today's ruling. So you can expect all of that coming up on News 10 first at 4, and then our 90 minutes of news. There we go. So at 5, 5:30, and 6. But we do want to send it to our reporters who are working hard. We have Riley and Amaya, and we're going to send it over to them right now.
Thanks, Taylor. The state of Michigan has settled on its 2024 budget. I'm Riley Connell, and if you join me on News 10 at 5, 5:30, and 6, I'm breaking down where these dollars are going to fund things like mental health, clean water, and school resource officers for our community schools. Amaya, tell us what you're working on.
Thanks. Today, I'm touring a house in DeWitt that's truly out of this world. Later tonight, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what this masterpiece looks like inside. Over to you.
All right, Riley and Amaya, thank you so much. I'm looking around for you right now. Oh, Amaya's back. She's working hard at work. Well, I do want to also mention one more thing before we wrap it up here at the News 10 Plus digital desk. I will say that Tina and Wendy have both reached out, made very nice comments. Tina was a little happy face with some hearts around it. And Wendy said, thank you, Darrin Rockcole. Yes, we are very appreciative of Darrin. He's been, all the meteorologists have been switching up their schedules a little bit, making sure that they're keeping you aware and up to date on all the changing weather in our forecast. One more time, if you want to stay up to date, I'm going to show you the First Alert weather app. Here we go. All of our meteorologists, again, do such a great job in updating it. I was just showing you a couple minutes ago how I look on my phone to make sure that I'm staying up to date with the weather, right? I got to figure out what I'm wearing to work, and so a great tool to have so you can stay up to date with that. And again, as you're seeing on that app, it has a little thunderstorm icon, and as you saw in Darrin's forecast, we will have a few thunderstorms coming in later this evening and going until Monday, and then we're free from the rain for the 4th of July weekend. But again, download the First Alert weather app to make sure you are staying up to date. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and make sure you are staying safe inside. We will see you at Studio 10 coming up at 3, followed by First at 4. Have a good one.